Good morning. And so I'm just checking the news, Daily Mail, what calls itself a paper. You know, sometimes they have interesting news in, and sometimes they are just complete shits. And now they've got a story on Princess Merkel, Meghan Merkel, as it was going to marry Prince Harry next Saturday, the day after I hopefully get my license back, which is such a coincidence. And so now they've got pictures of this guy and his life, but not only they got pictures, they're like really slagging him down. And he said he's a million miles away from Windsor Palace and the wedding, and they just show a back street with like a load of rubble against a wall, and they're like trying to insinuate that this is his house or where he lives. And then they go on to the bar that he goes to, like a lot of expats in his area they go to for the local news, gossip, odd beer, sandwich or taco, because he's lucky he can get tacos, I can't. And they can't even be bothered to work out that $2.50, they say it's less than £2. Well, I'm sure that, and they're like insinuating it's a cheap beer. Well, I'm sure you can get cheaper beers in Mexico, and I'm sure that you can get like a $2 beer in America, because I know you can get a six-pack for like $5, or used to be able to. Please, someone correct me on the present day prices. I'm going back 20 years. So, but they've just assassinated this guy's character. Or he's just stayed out of the, he's stayed out of the newspapers. He hasn't sold his story. He's, I'm sure that even most daughters would like their dad, even if they haven't seen him for a while, to walk them down the aisle. And this is no different, She has, and I'm guessing that she could have done better. She could have helped him, But then again, you never know. He might have said, like a good dad, he would say, I don't want your help. I'm quite happy as I am, living here on my pension in Mexico. I've got enough to live on. Because he can't live over the border. Because the fucking American system has priced every fucker out of a decent accommodation. Because we're talking about, like, if you're lucky, $2,000 a month if you're lucky. But more often it's going to be a lot more than $2,000 a month for you to live, especially if you're retired. Especially if you're retired, you haven't got that money anymore because you're living on a pension. So that's why a lot of people are living in car parks. And so this fucking journalist, this piece of shit journalist, has really fucking assassinated this guy and his character. But he's come across as the cunt. And in reading the replies in the article, and most of us, of course, most people see what a cunt this journalist is. Because they know, they can look at a story, look at a person, look at a situation. And when you're older, I guess you know what's happening. You know what's happening in the situation. And it's just this is probably one of the worst pieces from the Daily Mail, and they can get pretty bad. But just to like bring this guy down, because he doesn't have like a fucking he's probably got a fucking better pension than me. So, but he doesn't have a massive pension. Like I know someone that's got a pension of like $300. So in dollars, it would be maybe $3,000 a month, something like that. Over $3,000 a month. And that was cutting off. So, but to cap it all off, because this is Mexico, they've actually put his fucking life in danger. Because his daughter is marrying one of the most famous men in the world. And they've got money. So now they could easily kidnap this guy. This is fucking Mexico. So many fucking criminals, so many fucking bad people who can just see his life is now in danger because of this cunt journalist. So, unless he's moved away from Mexico, I can see another story in the news. Fucking cunt. Let me get this cunt's name. Hang on a minute. I'll fuck that up now. I'm not going to edit this, by the way. I'll just... So this is what they do. This is the view from Mr. Markle as his house backs onto the beach and cliffs. There's like all that crap there. In fact, it's just driftwood. It's his fault. Watch the full video. Thomas Merkel stops at 7-Eleven en route to the royal wedding. Well, I don't think he is en route to the fucking royal wedding. And that... Oh! There you go. Anyway, so we'll finish the video there. Got to finish something off. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Bye-bye. And let's hope Mr. Merkel doesn't get kidnapped.